Hey, good morning everybody. This is day 9 of our 10-river bikepacking adventure. As you can see, I'm still standing on my balcony. Behind me, river number 3, the Mosel, to which we unfortunately will say goodbye in about 25 kilometers when we will reach the Rhine again, just before Koblenz. On the other side of Koblenz, we will see the German corner again. Do you remember that? It seems ages ago that I was there. I took even some nice night shots. Then we will head towards Bonn, and in a suburb of Cologne we will spend the night. Yesterday we almost reached the 1,000-kilometer milestone, which we will definitely reach today. Wow, a quarter of the tour is done. Almost sad. Before we will reach river number 4, we will spend 2 days on the Rhine. Have you guessed what river number 4 will be? Write it in the comments. See you on the road. Oh, I love the early morning reflections in the water. And now you can see that castle even a little bit better. So, while we are approaching Koblenz, it's time to say bye-bye to the Mosel and to give a final evaluation. And it's easy. It was wonderful. The weather could have been better, yes. Well, I was a little unfortunate with that. But other than that, the bike path and all the little villages and the surrounding banks, wow, the friendliness of the people, extraordinary. Oh, hello Rhine. The Rhine welcomes me with these timber-framed houses. That's the castle from the other side. I was hoping to give you a shot of the German corner once again, but there is too much vegetation. So, Rhine, we will follow you to Duisburg. Hint, hint. So, and then I met these nice people who, believe it or not, could know everything I was telling them I was going to. They have been there. And when I saw the calves of that lady, I knew instantly that she was almost a professional cyclist in her life. So, good luck to you guys, and thanks for having met you. And the best thing is, when the weather forecast says cloudy and maybe some rain, and you get almost not cloudy and sunny, partly sunny, then that's the best news of the day. So we've reached Remagen with another wonderful promenade. "500 benches to choose from where to take the pausa." Oh, I love Germany. And there in 100 meters is the beer garden. But I'll go to the bench and drink water. So, lunch break in Andernach. When you think about geysers, you probably think about Iceland. But according to the Guinness Book of Records, and which is actually true, the world's highest geyser is here in Andernach. It's 60 meters high, and it explodes cold water up into the air, which is propelled up by a gas which is found underneath the soil. So the highest geyser on the world, on the planet, is found here in Andernach. Andernach also has the official title of Edible City, because around the town wall they only planted bushes and trees which carry fruits that you can eat. And here you have the famous Rhine tour, the gate towards the Rhine. And it is famous because my bicycle is standing inside. No, not really. Because here inside on the second wall, up there, you see two guys. They are the pictures of two boys who saved the town in the Middle Ages. They are the famous baker boys. So when the people from the neighboring town Linz wanted to attack the city in the middle of the night, everyone was sleeping. But these two baker boys, they were baking bread for the next morning. They heard the attackers, but they were only two and they didn't have the suitable weapons. So they threw down from the city walls beehives to scare away the attackers. And the angry bees actually did the job. So therefore we see the baker boys here on the city wall, and that's a medieval crane. That's where they used to unload the goods from the ships. It's a little bit frustrating. It's super slow going. The surface is so bumpy with roots and whatsoever. And then I have to cross the cycle tracks with 180 and 90 degree turns. So this takes forever. But I will get there. We are looking directly at the two towers still standing of the bridge of Remagen, which was a significant game changer in the Second World War. On March 7th, 1945, the Allied forces were pushing hard toward the heart of Germany. But the Rhine River was a massive barrier. The retreating German military was blowing up every single bridge. When the American Armored Division reached Remagen, they expected to find another pile of rubble. But instead, the then called Ludendorff Bridge was still standing. The German forces tried to detonate their explosive charges just as the Americans advanced. But in a stroke of incredible luck, for the Allies, the main explosion only managed to lift the steel structure, and it fell just back on, and the Americans could cross over. General Dwight Eisenhower later remarked that the bridge was worth its weight in gold. And capturing the bridge completely altered the timeline of the war in Europe. And here you see the towers from the western bank. So as an example for so many, I show you the Remagen Promenade, which is one open-air restaurant. And I've seen so many of these promenades so far. So we've reached Bonn, the former capital of Western Germany. And the parliament was here in Bonn. And most members of the parliament lived in this building. It was called the Long Eugen. Eugen is just a name for the Germans. So that's one of the remnants of Bonn being the capital of Germany. And to be honest, there are still some ministries here in Bonn, and it's kind of rough for them because they have to travel back and forth to Berlin. But Bonn wants to keep its significance, even though it costs a lot of money. And that's what it looks like. So this is also Germany. This is the motorway bridge, which had a cycle path next to it, don't know. But now they closed the whole bridge for the cyclists and for the cars. And I need to cross here to go to Langel. Thank goodness I talked to the locals. There is a ferry in 3 or 4 kilometers. Hopefully I can use it. Oh, and that's the ferry. I just missed it. But the locals say it should not take long. And that's the wait. Looks promising. So this ferry is the substitute for the highway bridge. You can imagine the lines. The locals are kind of furious. So I've reached Langel, which is a suburb of Cologne. I'm standing in the garden of my host, where I have a room with a communal bath. Oh well, but I'm standing here for two reasons. First of all, to apologize for the lighting in this video again. It became incredibly difficult when the sun disappeared and the clouds gradually became more and more. Oh well, I tried. But second of all, I have reached the 1,000 kilometers, which I talked about this morning. So congratulations to me, and let's look for the next 1,000 to come up when we have reached Cuxhaven, I would like to predict. So, see you on the road tomorrow to Düsseldorf.